Okay, everybody. Everybody stop and take a breath. 'Tis the season. This is our team call, team Zoom for December 12th, and I think we all kind of feel the same way. If you were to put an emoji of us all up, I'd be the person with her eyes squeezed and my hair out to here. Anybody else want to share their emoji? No? Okay. And y'all don't have to be on mute if you don't want to be, if it doesn't impact our sound here. I'd love for you guys to interact a little bit in this first part especially. Okay, so I got to find my list here of what we're going to cover today. I have a ton I want to cover today. First of all, I want to start with the Merry Little Detox and how much fun that's been. And again, thank all of you, and especially Sarah, for just doing a nice job of connecting and following up and keeping the interaction going. We had about 30 people, Sarah, that responded to the bottoms up context that she had. And so that's really cool.
Yeah, it was a ton. I think we were at roughly 30 people who participated.
Yeah, so out of 150, 200 people that signed up for the event, maybe half of those even did the detox with us, and look at how many people we got to connect with us. So that's really awesome. We had as many or more people connecting as the larger group did that Jennifer Myers' group ran. So you guys, nice job. Well done. Really well done. Okay, but our job is not done yet. The fortune is in the follow-up, you guys, and do not forget to do this. Sarah's going to do a nice job of wrapping this up with a live video tonight for the bottoms up contest, and she can share just a minute if she wants to on that. And then I want to talk about the follow-up from there. So go ahead, Sarah. Anything you want to share quick?
So what I'll share is that I'm going to do my very best to draw names and then pair them with the person giving their prize, so that it's one of your customers or prospective customers anyway for you to connect with. I think that's just an extra nice touch for us all to use. I can't control the outcome 100%, but I'm going to do my best to make sure that we're matched up. And then I also wanted to point out that I posted in Mission Possible the image for gifting to our individuals, and the link for the holiday cookbook, the Freedom Revolution holiday cookbook. So those are things that you want to definitely send out maybe today or first thing tomorrow morning as a thank you. And I'm sure we'll have some good verbiage for that too. But essentially just thanking them for participating and for being a part of our group, asking them what they noticed, what changes they had if you haven't already been doing that. And then obviously asking for the sale of, are you ready to join us in January? And ask the question, because a no is better than not asking, right?
Mm-hmm. And congratulating them on doing it. I mean, this is a busy time of the year, and the fact that some people took the time to do it, certainly congratulate them. The one other thing I want to talk about follow-up, you want to have a conversation about inviting them to One Simple Change. This is your opportunity to say, we've got this wonderful, healthy living community. Use that verbiage. We have a healthy living community on Facebook, and I'd love for you to be a part of that. I know that you're into healthy, obviously you're into health and wellness or whatever your verbiage is. I'd love to invite you to our healthy living community on Facebook. You'll get more recipes, yada, 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 whatever your verbiage usually is for that. And make sure you invite all those people into that group. So you've got 2 or 3 communications. You're going to invite them into One Simple Change. You're going to thank them for participating and give them the gift of the cookbook, and then of course the inviting them to our Shred 10 in January. So I mean, those are 3 key things that you can work with when you're talking to people. As Sarah mentioned, we're going to be really hitting it hard about our Shred 10. I've got the Facebook event, or the group, set up. I'm going to invite just a couple of key administrators first of all. And actually, Cassidy's going to be doing the daily posting for us this time. She's volunteered to do that.
Yay, Cassidy.
Yeah, thank you, Cassidy, for doing that. And we're all going to participate as normal. She's just going to be doing my role. I'm going to ask all of you at some point to be helping out with that, and it gives you visibility too. It's not the Leanna show here, right? So It's about sharing the workload, and it's about giving you all visibility with your peeps. So stay tuned. We're going to be having that up and running in the next couple of days, so you can just automatically add your peeps into it as they say they're interested, so you don't have to remember to go back. That's always a pain. So we want to get that up and running, and probably should even open that up as early as today, so when people are done with the Merry Little Detox, you can start adding them right away. It doesn't mean they're going to see anything. It just means that you can start adding them. Comments, anybody else?
Yes, once it's the same thing. Once you add somebody, make sure they go into their notifications and accept the group. Double check. So we're doing double follow-up, okay? Follow up that they want to do it, and then follow up that they've accepted the group. And then one other thing too, as Leanna said, it's really great to invite people to One Simple Change, but we also need you guys to be posting in there, commenting in there. That makes a community. It gets boring when you see the same person posting all the time, a little bit. But the other thing is that if you are not posting, anyone you add is not seeing our good stuff. It goes to the bot algorithm, and then they don't see anything, any of the effort that the rest of so by doing all do just a little bit in the group, we all get a really big reward. Okay.
And right now, Deanna Heisler's doing Motivational Monday. Sarah's doing Tasty Tuesday. I've got Wisdom Wednesday. I've got Transformation Thursday, and I got Fitness Friday. And I try to hit most of those days. If anybody else would like to volunteer for those last 3 days, so it's not the Leanna show once again. And we also have weekends to do random stuff, or whenever you guys want to post. I'm looking for volunteers for those other 3 days as well. So let me know if you guys want to. Anybody on the live or the recorded call wants to pitch in and do one of those other days, that would be awesome.
I'll volunteer to do something on the weekend.
Okay, perfect. And that can be, you know, and here's the deal too, Lizzie. There is every month they give us posts on our One Simple Change. You know, it's called the Healthy Living Revolution. There's a December, and there'll be January out shortly. And that's when I do some stuff on the weekend from those. So if you want to schedule those all at one time and take them out of there, as long as we're not all doing the same stuff, and I know you're doing it, I won't take out of there or whatever. You know, we just need to make sure we're not all doing the same thing. But that's some great random stuff for the weekend is out of that folder.
That was also, you can schedule your posts. I do them for the whole month. I usually sit down and I schedule every Tuesday in one go, and then the next month I do the same thing. So I only take an hour to do all 4 posts. Done, easy, right?
Well, and if you take them out of that monthly one, you can be done in 5 minutes. So if you want to take those with Lizzie, just let me know. I know.
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Yes, you do. They're yours. Okay.
Thank you.
If you need to know where to find them, just ask Sarah. She knows how to find all that.
Okay.
Okay. Are we ready to move on? Anybody else?
I just wanted to make a comment. I thought it was really cool the way we kind of divided and conquered with the Merry Little Detox, and I'm definitely up for helping out more with the shred posts as well. If you guys need me to do anything for the January shred.
Yeah, I would love to find a way to make it. And again, it's so people see our posts. It's not only about, you know, taking turns monthly, but if there's a way we can even divvy it up for that particular month amongst all of us, then people see your posts, and I think they're going to be more active, and you're going to see more of an impact on your customers, right? Mm-hmm. So down the road, if we can figure that out, that'd be awesome. Okay, it's tools time. I'm going to give you guys a couple of really fun tools. All right, everybody got their phone? I want you to get your phone, and I want you to go into Voxer. You guys, I'm going to blow your socks off this morning, okay? On your phone, if you want to click the hamburger, let's see if I can remember how to do this. Oh, gosh. I'm going to blow your socks off when I remember how to do it. Oh, my. Let's see. I think I just did this morning. 1 second. Okay, yeah. So go into Voxer, and you see the search bar on the top, right? There's a search bar. Everybody got it? Raise your hands. Yes? And you're on the main page. You're on the main page, and you have a search bar. No, not there. There's a search bar right there, right on the top. When you see all your conversations, yep.
You got it. Yeah, if you pull your contacts down, your conversations, then you'll see it.
Search bar? Okay, let's search for, what did I search for this morning? What's a topic? Let's search for Mary. Type the words in M-E-R-R-Y, Mary. And then it's going to start bringing up contacts, but click on messages. And it brings up all the messages that use the word Mary. It's a search tool in Voxer. Everybody see that? Are you guys as excited as I am? Nobody is nobody is excited about that. Ah!
It's so exciting.
Thank you, Lizzie.
Did you see my facial expression? I had wide eyes and my mouth open.
Okay, good. I don't know, Sarah and Jen, I think I lost them. I thought it was exciting.
Okay, sleep deprived today. I need a pass. Don't judge my face by what my feelings are today.
Okay, you're gonna wake up in the middle and then you go, damn, that was cool. Okay, that was one tool I wanted to share with you. The other tool I want to share with you is if you go to, on the internet, if you go to answerthepublic.com, it's what's new and trending and what people are excited about. So as you're looking for what can I put on my page, Sarah, we talked about this, how can I get people engaged? We want people engaged on our page so that when we do post things like the shred and whatever, that they see our posts. You want to be talking about things on your page that get people interacting. And if you go to answerthepublic.com, you're going to see what people are asking this page and what people are talking about. And so you're going to want to have content on your page that is addressing some of that, so people are heading to your page and they're going to like or comment or whatever, so that you're getting traffic on your page. Does that make sense to everybody? And the last thing I'm going to tell you, this is a good one, you guys. Okay, I better see your wide eyes, Sarah Ben, because you already do this. It doesn't matter anymore if you like people's posts. You want to love people's posts. Now the new algorithm is when you love people's posts, now that brings you up in the top of their feed. Love is the new like. You also want to comment, but love. And Sarah, you do this a lot.
I do. I love a lot of people.
Yeah.
That love.
Yeah. Well, you want to.
So that's cool.
You want to share that love with everybody that you want your post to be in the top of their feed, because there's a new algorithm out there. Love is the new like, along with some comments. But even if you don't comment, the loves are now bringing us up to the top of their feeds.
That's easy.
Yeah. Don't forget to love on them with the comments too, but love on them with your love. Okay. I thought that was earth-shattering stuff, you guys, today. Okay, moving right along. We are going to be talking about, okay, you guys, we got to have some fun. Oh, Sarah's pretty busy being a mama over there. I know you are.
No, I was showing my socks. Knocked my socks off.
Oh, gosh, and I didn't even get that. Okay. Now we're going to be talking about filling your funnel. And I've asked Jennifer Taylor to share just a little bit this morning about filling your funnel, because you should see the list of people that she is connecting with at all times. And granted, she's challenged with keeping it all, keeping it on top of it all and how to track it, manage it. And she's going to talk a little bit about that challenge and what she's doing to work through that. But on my team, I don't see anyone that fills their funnel like Jen does. And so I've asked her to spend just the next few minutes talking a little bit about that. And then we'll finish up with a couple other things. Go ahead, Jen.
Awesome. Thank you. So I don't think that I'm the perfect person at this. I'm definitely still learning and still growing in this, but I have been able to follow some of the tools that the company has given us and seeing other people do, and have kind of just kind of found what works, and I've learned through trial and error. But anyway, so first off, you start off with your list, and I've heard some people say that their list is very short, but if you look at the accumulation of all of your social media profiles, you have a lot of Facebook friends, you have a lot of followers. So create a big list. And then once you've got your list, I kind of go back to the freedomrevolution.com website. Leanna, do you want to pull up that starter guide?
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys heard of the stoplight system? The red, green, and yellow? When this came out, there was a video, a couple who's very successful in the business, they did a video on this stoplight method here. And so what I did is I had my list of 100 people, and I went through it with colored, I think I had a red colored pen, a yellow highlighter, and a green dry erase board marker, because that's all I had at the time. But what I did is I went through everybody on my list and I color coded them. And I think that that's very, very important, because we all have no problem talking to the greenies on our list, the people that are in the green status, the close friends and family. We can talk to them comfortably, but once we've expired them as prospects, then we are stuck. We feel stuck. And we know a lot of yellows, and we really know a lot of reds. So what I want to talk to today is just kind of what I'm doing to move my reds up to yellows, and then to greens, and then my yellows to greens as well. So that's where the funnel kind of comes in. Leanna, do you want to pull up that funnel? So we have a great graphic here of a funnel that is kind of labeled. It's, let's see here. Here it is. Okay, perfect. So at the top here, we have relationships. And that is, so on the side, you have your list, okay? And you have your reds, your greens, and your yellows in there. So let's start with reds. So what do I do to get my reds into my funnel, right? These are like people from high school that I haven't talked to in years, but we're Facebook friends because, you know, it's kind of fun to see what everybody's up to these days. And going back to hearting people's stuff, that's huge. So what I do is I will pick maybe 5 or 10 people, depending on how I'm feeling and how much time I have, and I will go to their Facebook pages, if I'm Facebook friends with them, and I will kind of stalk them. I will scroll through their Facebook feed, and I will see what they're up to, what they're doing, what are they posting, and I will heart or love on some of their comments or some of their posts. I will even comment on some of their posts saying, wow, that's amazing, or just show them some love. And what that does is that creates curiosity. So now I've brought them into the top tier where it's the relationship category, because we are Facebook friends already, but we haven't talked or kept in touch. So I start liking and hearting their posts, which brings them to the curiosity level. They're like, they see that you're hearting and commenting on their posts. So they're curious about, you know, what is she doing? You know, or who is this, first of all? And then what is she doing? And then they will come to my Facebook profile. And that's where I go back to the social media stuff that Leanna was talking about. What are people into? What are people liking? What are people following? And I will try to make as 3 to 5 posts a day. I know that seems like a lot, but putting posts of your life, the things that you're doing, activities, positive, fun posts on there to create curiosity. And then every now and then we'll get a conversation started. Either they'll comment back on a comment I made, or they'll comment on something of mine, and we'll start a conversation. As soon as that conversation starts between that person, boom, I take it offline. I do not try to carry on a full conversation on social media where everybody in the world can see it. So I will go to Messenger, or most likely Messenger, and I will send them a private message to follow that conversation. And we'll just kind of go back and forth. And that is where we create friendships, relationships. What are you doing? What are you up to these days? Gosh, I love that, you know, you're doing this, or you're doing that. And, you know, you just start that conversation and see where they're at in life. And then that's where we follow in with, what do we have that we could offer them for their life, their situation, for their family, for their health, for their children. And that's where we come in with the, if I shared this, would you take a look at this? So we start the conversation offline. And then eventually, if they're local, even if they're not local, we can invite them to an event, either an online event, a Freedom, an online event, a Zoom event, a local event if they're close by. And then again, you get down to the lower part of the funnel and follow up. What did you think about that? Do you feel like this is a fit for you and your family? And then you get down to the 3-way calls, and you do Zoom calls, and you get somebody else on the phone, because again, they need that third party validation. You need to build a trust with these people so that they know that they can trust you. I have a couple of customers that I met through other people that I've never even met in my life. I've never seen them face to face. One of them lives here in the Springs with me, and another one lives in Arkansas, and they're customers. I just talking with this guy on social media, I got him to do the quad, and now he's interested in the shakes. So, and it was all through the relationship, the curiosity, this funnel pattern that you see right here. That's about all I have. I hope that helps. If you guys have any questions, feel free to jump in.
That's awesome, Jen.
Yeah, I'm just always amazed, Jen, every time we're together, the lists and lists of people that you have ongoing conversations with. So social media works, especially for your busy mommies where you might not be out and connecting with people one-on-one. If you're wanting to fill your funnel, oh my gosh, like I said, I just am always amazed, Jen. You do such a nice job. And I also want to point you guys to another training. I'm going to put the recording of this link in our Mission Possible Facebook group today. But Kathy and Kristen Nolan did a training on filling your funnel with referrals and the right way to do that. How many of us out there are asking our customers for referrals? And do we think we're doing it the right way? They're actually proposing that you set up 3 ways, either text or Facebook Messenger, to build that rapport first of all, and then go on to take it offline kind of thing. So they've got really great training. It's only about a 25 or 30-minute training on how to fill up those funnels with referrals. And so I would like all of you guys to take that 25, 30 minutes and listen to that, take really good notes. I have 2 pages of notes from that training that I listened to. Again, I'll get that link out there to you. And then one last thing that I wanted to share with you, because I know that we are all so stinking busy this time of year, and we're just going, what? And
Leanna, take off the share screen for a minute so we can all see each other again. Thanks.
Thank you. We're also stinking busy, and you're wanting to know, is this all worthwhile? Is this really what I want to be doing? And Peggy Rivera did a training. About 12 of national marketing directors went to an Eric Worre training in Las Vegas last week. And they heard from, I don't know, probably 15, 20 of the leading people in network marketing. And I've got notes, like several pages of notes from that training as well. But the one I very quickly wanted to share with you today is Peggy Rivera shared on John Maxwell's training, if you know who he is. And a couple of quick quotes. Everything worthwhile is uphill, right? Everything worthwhile is uphill. Raising those kids. Anybody going uphill raising kids?
Roller coaster.
Yeah, so everything worthwhile is uphill, and you have to be very intentional. And he goes on to say, when you miss one day, so of touching your Juice Plus business, for instance, you miss one day of picking up that house, it's called sliding. What happens the next day when you don't pick up that night? And when you miss that one day, the sliding is faster than moving uphill. So just doing a little bit every day. And they likened it to the rule of 5, where you swing the axe 5 times on the same tree every day. What happens? Eventually, that tree is going to go down. But if you choose a different tree every day, you smack this tree one day, you go over here the next day, you go over here the next day, you go over here the next day, you might come back to the same tree. What's going to happen? It's going to take way longer to get done and accomplish what you want to accomplish. So what if you choose those 5 people or those 2 people or whoever you want to be intentional with, and swing that axe and consistently work with those people for that week, or however whatever schedule, whatever demo makes sense for you. Stay focused, be consistent, and keep swinging till that person falls, until they become a Juice Plus customer or rep. Does that make sense to you guys? And he said there's no finish line. There's lots of people to help out there. So don't look at it as I've arrived, that there's a finish line. You just keep on swinging. It's just part of what we do, right? We keep talking to people. We don't stop asking, or we don't ask how long it's going to take to get there. Instead, we say, how far can I go? How many people can I help? Love that. Just want to share that quick little insight into why we do what we do on these crazy, wow, how did I get so blurry? Hi, I'm back again. Okay, one last thing at 12:01. Challenge for you all, okay? This is the other thing they talked about in that training. Where's my notes? I want to give you a challenge, and the challenge is to share your story. What's your Juice Plus story? If you don't know what your story is, answer and work on that. Tell your story to at least X amount of people in X amount of days. So as you are busier than busy these next few days and you're seeing people, you're talking to people, share your story. Is it to 100 people in the next 100 days? Is it to 5 people in the next 7 days? Whatever. Fill in the blanks, challenge you, and if you do it, put the results in our Mission Possible page. Okay, you guys?
Can I add one last thing before we start?
Sure.
So Merry Little Detox has been going so well because of the team participation, right? Everybody's been doing a piece. And I have loved that we've all been posting our personal stories, because I've learned more about every single person on this team. You learn more about your team members by sharing our stories with each other, also by going to events and meeting each other face to face. Us having a friendship as a team pays us all dividends. And I bring that up because Jen was talking about filling your funnel and bringing it down to 3-way calls. Well, 3-way calls aren't just you and your sponsor. I'm sorry, I have a baby screaming. 3-way calls are, anybody who you think would be the best fit for that person that you're putting on the 3-way call. So, Jen Taylor is my sideline buddy, but we've done 3-way calls for customers because we knew each other's stories, right? So your team becomes bigger, so your impactful circle becomes bigger. So when we know each other and we care about each other and work with each other, we're able to help each other and make it all a lot less work. Just wanted to make that little point, since we're talking about, since all the things you just said about being intentional and challenging to share our stories, and Jen's talking about 3 ways, I felt like it needed to be said. So this detox has been going great because of the teamwork. So thank you to everybody who's been participating. Okay.
And can I just say that our team rocks when it comes to our stories. You guys have all just done such a nice job of putting effort into your stories, and you're going to find that those stories are invaluable when you're talking to people, when you're doing these kinds of events, when you're getting up in front of a room. You're going to use them in your career. So the sooner you get started on your stories and creating that story with your upline, your sponsor, and your sponsor may want to connect with someone else on our team. I can certainly help in that process too if you're not comfortable with it, but so important to have your stories down. So if you don't, that's fine. Just put it on your priority list to get it done. Okay, you guys, I'm going to stop the recording.